Welcome, friend, to Stoic Wisdom, a sanctuary where we explore timeless lessons to live a meaningful, grounded life in a world of chaos. Today, we embark on a profound journey. 5 timeless reminders from Marcus Aurelius, standing strong amid life's storms. Picture yourself in the eye of a storm, surrounded by the clamor of crowds, the weight of work, or the sting of others' judgments. How do you hold on to peace within? How do you uncover the true worth of who you are, untouchable by time or circumstance? Over 1,800 years ago, Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, grappled with these same questions. Amid the burdens of ruling an empire, facing wars, and navigating personal trials, he penned reflections not for fame, but to anchor himself, to live rightly, authentically, and with inner freedom. Those words still echo today, a lighthouse guiding millions through the turbulence of modern life. At Stoic Wisdom, we believe Stoicism isn't just eloquent quotes. It's a toolkit for standing tall against any challenge. Have you ever paused to ask, what truly defines your worth? Is it wealth, fame, or status, or something deeper, something no one and nothing can take away? In this journey, we'll uncover 5 piercing reminders from Marcus Aurelius, gems of wisdom to help you when calm in life's storms. These aren't just teachings, they're an invitation to pause, reflect, and act. Open your mind, because these words might shift how you see everything, from daily frustrations to life's biggest questions. How will you face today's storms? Are you ready to live unshackled by fleeting things? Join us as we dive in and share your thoughts in the comments below. If this resonates, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay connected with Stoic Wisdom's transformative insights. Let's begin. The 5 reminders from Marcus Aurelius await you. Lesson 1. The true measure of your worth. Have you ever stopped amid life's rush to ask, what makes you you? It's not the accolades, the bank account, or the corner office. Marcus Aurelius, with his piercing Stoic clarity, declared, a person's worth is measured by the worth of what they value. This is a wake-up call, urging you to look within and identify the principles that shape your life. At Stoic Wisdom, we hold that true worth lies not in what you own, but in what you cherish. Imagine a Silicon Valley titan swimming in wealth, yet chasing power and approval, even at the cost of relationships. Now picture a rural American teacher, quietly imparting knowledge and kindness to students, living simply but richly. Who's truly wealthy? Marcus teaches that valuing honesty, compassion, and justice elevates you, no matter your circumstances. Consider the 2008 financial crisis. Many lost fortunes, but those anchored in integrity stood firm. They didn't crumble. Under greed, they rose through resilience. This sparks a question. Are you chasing what's truly worth it? Write down your top 3 values. Do they align with the person you aspire to be? If not, start shifting with small choices. How do you make those values more than words? Marcus found the answer in relentless self-reflection. His meditations weren't for the world. They were a raw dialogue with himself, questioning, am I living true to my principles amid life's temptations? At Stoic Wisdom, we see self-reflection as the bedrock of growth, especially in today's America, where social media and workplace pressures can pull you off course. Instead of chasing likes or promotions, pause to assess. A New York coder might land a big project by cutting corners, but reflection reveals integrity trumps short-term wins, leading to a sustainable career and restful nights. This ties seamlessly to mastering emotions. When failure hits, don't lash out. Ask, what can I learn? This is Stoicism in action, turning obstacles into growth. Each night, spend 5 minutes journaling. One thing you did aligned with your values, one thing to improve. This sharpens your mind's resilience. Life throws curveballs, job loss, personal conflicts, unexpected blows. Marcus reminds us, you have no control over what happens, only how you respond. This is Stoicism's heart, empowering you to walk steadily through chaos. At Stoic Wisdom, we believe true strength lies in distinguishing what you can control. During COVID-19, many Americans lost jobs, but those who focused on their response, learning new skills, uplifting their communities, emerged stronger. Complaining or blaming only deepens the rut. Marcus, despite ruling an empire, faced wars and plagues, yet chose virtue over whining. Take an Olympic athlete who misses the podium. They could collapse or use failure as fuel to train harder. Ask yourself, does my response reinforce my inner worth? By practicing this, you not only master emotions, but inspire those around you. When challenges arise, try the Stoic pause. Breathe deeply. List 3 things you can control. Instant calm follows. One of life's greatest illusions is believing. Your worth comes from applause. Marcus warns, don't let your value be dictated by others' gazes. He lived simply, focusing on right action over fame. In America's social media-driven culture, it's easy to crave followers. But imagine a writer crafting a book not for bestseller lists, but to share wisdom, or a Texas volunteer aiding disaster victims without seeking headlines. These acts carry profound intrinsic value. Building on reflection and controlled responses, you'll see true validation comes from within. Ask, would I do what's right even if no one notices? Do one anonymous good deed, like donating or helping someone quietly. The satisfaction reminds you of your unshakable worth. This leads to the ultimate question, what are you living for? Marcus teaches that clarity in values makes every decision coherent, guiding you through chaos. At Stoic Wisdom, we call this your inner compass, your most powerful tool for growth. Picture life as a sea voyage. Without a value-driven compass, you're lost in temptation's waves. But with courage and kindness as your North Star, you stride forward. Steve Jobs, though no Stoic, lived by follow your passion, a value that changed the world. These lessons weave together, identifying values, reflecting, controlling responses, and breaking free from external validation build a meaningful life. Start today to become your best self. Draft a value manifesto with 5 core principles. Set it as your phone's wallpaper, a daily reminder of your path. Lesson 2, change. The law of nature. Have you ever wondered what in life is truly permanent? The answer is nothing. Everything from blooming seasons, life's ups and downs, to mighty empires is born of change. Marcus Aurelius wrote, observe always that everything is the result of change. This isn't just an observation. It's a profound invitation to open your eyes, embrace and flow with the universe's ceaseless rhythm. At Stoic Wisdom, we see change not as an obstacle, but as fuel for growth. Picture a river rushing forward. It never stops, sweeping away the old and bringing the new. If you try to dam it, you create chaos. Life works the same way. Clinging to a job that no longer serves you, a faded relationship, or an outdated version of yourself defies nature's law. The result, stress, pain, and powerlessness. Look at nature. A seed must break open and decay in the soil to become a towering tree. If it clings to its original form, it never grows. Your life mirrors this. Change, even when painful, is your chance to be reborn. Today, ask, what am I holding on to that no longer belongs to me? Spend 5 minutes writing about a change you're resisting. Then ask, if I embrace it, what good might come? Why do we suffer? Not because of events, but how we react to them. Marcus knew we fall into the trap of clinging, grasping at what's pleasant, rejecting what's hard. When good things arrive, a dream job, a passionate love, we try to freeze them forever. When pain strikes, a failure, a loss, we deny or lament. But the universe doesn't bend to our wishes. It moves to its own rhythm, heedless of our pleas or control. Observe nature for clarity. A falling autumn leaf isn't a tragedy. It's part of life's cycle, nourishing the soil for new growth. Your losses aren't endings, they're nutrients for growth. At Stoic Wisdom, we believe suffering stems not from change, but from resisting it as life's inevitable pulse. Consider a friend who lost their job after years of dedication. At first, they drowned in worry, blaming themselves, desperate to return. But then they saw the chance to pursue their true passion, writing. They took an online course, started a blog, and now live with deeper purpose. Marcus reminds us, the universe is transformation. Our lives are what our thoughts make them. Do you see change as disaster or opportunity? When facing unwanted change, pause and ask, what am I resisting? Can I see it as a chance to grow? Accepting change doesn't mean numbing emotions. Marcus didn't urge us to stop loving or cherishing what matters. Instead, he invites us to live fully in the present, while knowing everything tangible passes. This is Stoicism's core. Love deeply, let go gently. Imagine holding sand on a beach. Grip too tightly and it slips through your fingers faster. Hold it lightly and you savor it longer. Life is the same. Clinging too hard to a moment, person or thing amplifies loss and blinds you to the present. At Stoic Wisdom, we advocate conscious letting go. Not abandoning passion or ambition, but cherishing what's here while being ready to release when the time comes. A friend who lost a loved one chose to live by their values, kindness and resilience, instead of drowning in grief. She didn't deny pain, she transformed it into a drive to live better. Pick something you're clinging to, a memory, object, or expectation. Write why you hold it, then ask, if I let go, how might I feel? Could I find freedom in release? Marcus declared, you have power in your soul to endure anything if you choose to see it rightly. This is the key to standing strong. You can't control what happens, but you can control your response. Picture a ship on a vast ocean. Storms may rage, waves may crash, but a skilled captain doesn't curse the weather. They adjust the sails. Hold the helm and navigate through. Your life is no different. Instead of fighting the uncontrollable, focus on your response. A failure can be a lesson. A loss can reshape you. Think of a bankrupt entrepreneur. Instead of despair, they could see failure as a masterclass in patience, risk management, or choosing partners. By reframing, they turn disaster into a foundation for future success. Look at Oprah Winfrey, fired from her first news anchor role. Instead of quitting, she saw it as a chance to carve her own path, becoming a global icon. Next time you face a challenge, write 3 positive ways to view it. Pick one and take a small step forward. If change is the law and resistance breeds suffering, where's the path to peace? It's living fully in the now. Marcus reminds us the past is gone, the future isn't here, and this moment is all you truly have. When you embrace the present, you shed anxiety over what's lost or yet to come, finding deep connection to life. At Stoic Wisdom, we call these present moments whispers of stillness. Picture a quiet morning. You sit with your coffee, feeling its warmth, hearing birds outside. In that instant, there's no past, no future, just you and now. That's where peace lives. Each day, spend 3 minutes practicing presence. Sit quietly, breathe deeply, notice your surroundings without judgment. Let this moment remind you that calm exists, even in life's storms. Lesson 3, fame. A fleeting shadow in an infinite universe. What defines you? In a world obsessed with likes, views, and social media clout, it's easy to fall into the trap of chasing fame. but Marcus Aurelius saw through its illusion. Is it your reputation that's bothering you? The emptiness of those applauding hands? Applause and praise are but fleeting breezes, fading as quickly as a stage's spotlight. Imagine standing in an arena, thousands of eyes on you, their cheers ringing out. But when night falls, they leave, and you're alone with yourself. Today's adoring crowd may turn tomorrow. Those who praise you will age, pass, and their memory of you will dissolve like dust in the vast universe. Why then stake your worth on something so fragile? At Stoic wisdom, we see fame as a shadow, beautiful but illusory, never lasting. Look at today's world. A social media star wakes to millions of fans, but one wrong post can spark instant backlash. They live in anxiety, curating a perfect image at the cost of peace. Marcus urges, focus on what you control, your thoughts, actions, values. Fame lies beyond your grasp, but self-mastery is always within reach. When you feel the weight of others' eyes, pause and ask, what am I living for? Am I trading peace for a fleeting shadow? Write your answer to anchor what truly matters. What happens when you let go of needing approval? A profound freedom rises. Marcus teaches we don't need to perform for love, exhaust ourselves upholding an image, or fear the crowd's whispers. Your worth isn't in others' thoughts, but in how you live daily. Think of someone, maybe you, who strives to please. Everyone tweaking words, actions, even dreams to fit expectations. The cost, they lose themselves, living in a shell, dreading judgment. Stoicism, as we champion at Stoic Wisdom, reveals external validation as a mirage. It doesn't nourish the soul or bring lasting joy. Marcus, as emperor, faced criticism, betrayal, and pressure from court and citizens, yet he refused to let these define him, anchoring instead in Stoic virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, temperance. He knew praise and blame would fade, but character endures through right action. Which life will you choose? If freed from others' judgments, what would you dare to do? Maybe pursue a buried passion, mocked by skeptics. Maybe say no to what clashes with your values. At Stoic Wisdom, we believe true freedom begins when you live as your authentic self, not the world's version of you. Today, try saying no to a request you'd normally accept just to please someone. Feel the liberty of prioritizing your values over approval. If fame doesn't feed the soul, what does? Marcus believed in eudaimonia, a Stoic state of deep, abiding peace from living true to your principles. This isn't fleeting happiness from praise or success, but a steady calm from aligning with your values. Picture walking a stormy path, winds howl, others are swept away by social pressures or gossip, yet you stand firm, knowing your direction and why. This strength doesn't come from controlling the world. No one can, but from mastering your mind and actions. Consider Nelson Mandela. 27 years in prison, facing injustice and despair, he focused on what he could control: his attitude, patience, belief in justice. That inner strength made him a beacon of hope. You can't control what happens, but you can always control your response. At Stoic Wisdom, we see this inner fortitude as the foundation of a meaningful life. When you live by principles like honesty or kindness, fame, if it comes, is a byproduct, not the goal. It's like a tree's shadow, not the aim, but a result of strong roots. Choose one principle, say patience, and apply it to a specific situation today. Journal how it feels to embody it, reminding you of self-mastery's power. Now face this question: if you stopped worrying about your image, how would you live? If praise or criticism lost its grip, what would you dare? Marcus doesn't just want you to ponder, he wants you to act. Stoicism isn't flowery words, it's a call to live authentically. Think of Malala Yousafzai, standing for education and women's rights despite threats and scorn. She didn't chase fame, but her mission. Fame followed, but her true victory was living her values. At Stoic Wisdom, we urge, live for what you believe is right and let the rest unfold. Start small today. Spend 10 minutes listing your core values. Decline an invitation misaligned with your goals. Begin that project you've delayed for fear of failure. Each step declares your freedom. Write one thing you've postponed due to fear of judgment. Commit to one small action toward it within 24 hours. Let Marcus's words echo. You don't need the crowd's approval to live a life worth living. Lesson 4. Be the rock against the raging waves. Picture standing before a vast ocean where ferocious waves crash against a towering cliff. Winds howl, foam sprays, yet the cliff stands, steady, unshaken, resolute. Marcus Aurelius used this image to convey a Stoic truth. Life will hurl challenges at you, but you can choose to stand like that cliff, letting the waves break against you without faltering. What makes the cliff unyielding? Not that it's stronger than the waves, but that it doesn't let them define it. Life's losses, failures, or anxious days are those waves. Marcus doesn't ask you to deny them. He urges you to stand firm, hold your calm, and keep your core values intact. Recall a moment you faced hardship, maybe unfair criticism at work, or a personal setback. How did you respond? Did the wave of emotions sweep away your reason, or did you find a way to stand tall? At Stoic Wisdom, we believe true strength starts with choosing your response. Today, you can begin training to be your own unshakable cliff. A common misconception about Stoicism is that it demands you suppress all emotion. Marcus never said to stop feeling pain, anger, or sadness. Instead, he reminds you that you can choose not to let those emotions dictate your actions. Imagine getting a stressful work email, tempting you to fire back in frustration. That's the wave. But instead of being swept away, you pause, breathe, and respond with calm clarity. This isn't weakness, it's a formidable inner strength. Think of a pilot in a storm. They don't panic or fight the weather. They focus on steering the plane, guiding it safely through. A Stoic mind works the same, maintaining clarity amid chaos, acting rationally even when emotions roar. Consider Nelson Mandela again. Enduring 27 years of brutal imprisonment, he faced waves of injustice. Instead of succumbing to bitterness, he cultivated calm, focusing on reconciliation and freedom. He didn't just survive, he inspired the world. How can you apply this? Next time tension rises, say, an argument with a loved one, pause, breathe deeply and ask, can I respond with calm and dignity? This is your first step to mastering your mind. Reflect on your journey. What are the biggest waves you've faced? A loved one's loss, a career stumble, or a time you felt adrift? These aren't just trials. They're chances to uncover your hidden strength. Marcus wrote, what stands in your way becomes the way. Every wave, no matter how fierce, carries a lesson. At Stoic Wisdom, we believe reflecting on past challenges builds resilience. Losing a job teaches adaptability. A broken relationship teaches wiser trust. Try this. List 3 major challenges you've faced. Next to each, note a quality you gained: patience, courage, forgiveness. These are the stones forming your cliff. Consider J.K. Rowling, rejected dozens of times before Harry Potter was published. Instead of letting rejection define her, she stood firm, kept writing, and turned obstacles into fuel. Have you had such a moment? What helped you push through, and how can you use it for future trials? What if, next time a wave hits, you choose calm over panic? Marcus teaches we can't control what happens, a criticism, a failure, a bad day. But we can control our response. Calm isn't passivity, it's a state of mind for clear, decisive, dignified action. Imagine a heated meeting where others argue chaotically. Instead of joining the fray, you listen, think, and offer a reasoned solution. This doesn't just set you apart, it ripples positivity to those around you. That's calm's power. It transforms you and your environment. Practice in small moments. When an annoying text or unexpected snag arises, pause. Take 5 deep breaths. Ask, what can I do now to move forward rationally? This trains your mind to be the cliff, step by steady step. At Stoic Wisdom, we see Stoicism as a practical tool for a meaningful life. Marcus's words remind us strength isn't avoiding hardship, but how we face it. The cliff doesn't fight the waves, it stands, letting them break. You can too, not battling every negative emotion or challenge, but standing firm as they pass. That's a victory in itself. Act today. Pick a situation where you typically react impulsively, maybe a work dispute or family tension. This time, pause, breathe, and ask, can I respond like the cliff? Calm, steady, unshaken. Each time you choose calm over chaos, you build a stronger self. As Marcus said, you have power in your soul to endure anything. How will you stand strong today? Lesson 5, stand tall by your own strength. What makes someone truly strong? Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, captured it in a timeless truth. A man must stand erect, not be kept erect by others. This isn't just a reminder, it's a rallying cry. Real strength comes from within. No one can be your crutch through life's storms forever. Picture yourself as a mountain in a vast sea. Waves roar, winds whip, but the mountain stands unmoved, its foundation carved from solid rock. In Stoicism, that foundation is your inner strength, the ability to master your mind, emotions, and actions. When you build this, you don't just stand tall, you become your own anchor. At Stoic Wisdom, we believe inner strength isn't a gift, it's forged through persistent effort. Challenge yourself today. Spend 10 minutes writing about a time you overcame hardship on your own. This reminds you, you're stronger than you know, a first step to an unshakable mind, ready for any trial. In our modern world, we often fall into the trap of seeking validation. Ever felt your joy hinge on a boss's praise, a social media like, or a loved one's approval? Marcus warns, when you let others' opinions define your worth, you surrender control of your life. Imagine pouring your heart into a project only for colleagues to shrug or criticize unfairly. Will you let their words dim your effort's value? Marcus wrote in Meditations, remove the thought, I am harmed, and the harm is removed. You can't control others' words, but you can control your response. Build a mental shield to protect your self-worth. Each day, write one thing you're proud of. A small act, a right choice, a moment you overcame fear. Don't wait for others to affirm it. When you value yourself by your inner standards, you no longer need external nods to feel whole. What is freedom? To Marcus, it's not escaping all constraints, but living true to your authentic self, despite external pressures. Today's society demands you fit in with success metrics, fashion trends, or family expectations. But Stoicism teaches true freedom is choosing your path because it reflects your values and purpose, not because of pressure. Picture someone quitting a high-paying job to write a book. They face skepticism. Why abandon stability? But standing firm in their choice, they embody Marcus's freedom. This doesn't mean isolation or rejecting help. It means loving, giving, and collaborating because you choose to, not because you must. Explore your true self. Ask, if no one judged me, how would I live? Write 3 things you'd pursue purely because they make you feel alive. This isn't just an exercise, it's an invitation to live authentically, steering your life's ship. Stoicism isn't lofty ideas, it's a call to act. Marcus stressed that standing tall demands effort. Strength doesn't appear magically, it's honed through daily choices, facing challenges and owning your path. Picture yourself as a boxer in life's ring. Victory doesn't come from dreaming. You train, endure pain, and rise after falls. Likewise, to stand tall, train your mind with daily habits. Try the Stoic pause. When stress hits, a dispute, a setback, pause, breathe deeply, ask, what in this moment can I control? Focus on what you can change. Let go of what you can't. At Stoic Wisdom, every small action builds you. Challenge yourself. Pick a situation where you usually seek others' support or approval, maybe hesitating on a decision for fear of failure. Decide and act based on your values. If you've delayed a personal project fearing judgment, start today, even with a tiny step. That's how you forge self-reliance and strength. Marcus poses a piercing question. If you no longer leaned on others' approval or support, where would you go? This invites you to look within, pinpoint what matters, and chart your life's on course. Imagine two paths, one safe, pleasing others but losing yourself, the other rugged, challenging but leading to your best self. Which makes you feel alive? Stoic wisdom believes the worthy path aligns with your values and passions, no matter the obstacles. Spend 15 minutes today answering, if I stand by my own strength, what will my life look like in 5 years? Write honestly, unbound by fear or expectations. This isn't just a task, it's your first step to redirecting your life, walking steadily through storms. In our fast-paced 21st century world, where news floods screens and pressures from work, relationships and society weigh heavy, Marcus Aurelius's words shine like a lighthouse. He didn't write to be a celebrated philosopher or to win praise. He wrote to remind himself, amid wars, plagues, and the burdens of rule, the soul can find peace. Today, those words are for you, searching for strength in life's tempests. Remember, your worth isn't in what you own, fame, wealth, power, but in what you value. It's the kindness you share, the integrity you uphold, the calm you cultivate daily. Life, as Marcus said, is constant change, like a river ever flowing. Embracing its impermanence isn't weakness, it's the strength to move forward. Fame? A fleeting echo, lost in the universe's vastness. Don't let it define you. Be the cliff, steadfast, unyielding before fate's waves. Above all, stand tall by your own strength, for no one else can grant your soul peace. These aren't just ancient musings. They're a compass for every decision, every moment you face. In modern America, where the pressure to succeed and the fear of fading lurk, let Marcus's 5 reminders guide you. They don't promise an easy life, but they arm you with courage and clarity to face any challenge. You've heard, you've felt, now act. Which of these 5 reminders struck you deepest? How will you weave it into your life, starting with today's small moments? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's learn and grow together. If these words moved you, hit subscribe. Share this with a friend seeking light in the dark. Together, we can build a community cherishing mindfulness and inner peace. Start now.